the rewilding is probably like, I use that word like loosely, and I'll come back to that maybe, but
don't worry, so does everybody else.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, it is just a word. You know, that part of our project, I suppose, is probably what we initially at least became best known for. And our idea really there is it's about 1,000 acres. Half of it comes from former farmland, and half of it comes from a block of woodland. And really the thinking is that the farmland was like our poorest soils, and like, you know, still not just poor for us, but also poor like nationally. It's kind of what you would consider marginal land. It's right up against the sea. It's extremely sandy in places. It's quite variable, so you'll go from sand into a thick clay in like 20-30 meters.
Wow.
So very, very difficult to farm. You know, build up of persistent weeds like blackgrass was taking place. And we were sort of basically doing a lot of environmental damage, like a lot of like more chemistry than the rest of the farm, you know, to get a yield which was unsatisfactory. On a field that, you know, on fields that were not profitable without subsidies. So we were just in that kind of like horrible circle, just, you know, doing that. And actually decided, you know what, this land is not appropriate really for growing food. Like, we're only doing that because of past subsidy regimes, which are now going. And actually it would be much more appropriate, like, you know, a kilometre from the wash or less than that, you know, which is just an amazing wild place. And, you know, with the woodland around and the North Norfolk coast not far, actually this is something we should be dedicating to, like, growing biodiversity. It's got huge potential. And of course to sequestering carbon, which is very complicated to measure. And, you know, most rewilding projects in the UK still don't really have a handle on how much they're storing. And it's the same is true for us, but you know, between what you store in the soil as you improve it, and then the above ground biomass, the vegetation that regenerates, huge amounts of carbon. So that's what we thought we'd use it for instead. So that's kind of the thinking. And we know we're slightly different to NEP. You know, our rewilding area follows a very similar model, and they, you know, why reinvent the wheel? They've really shown how it works. So we're following it, but we're not all in, right? So we've still got other stuff going on the farm, and I guess what we're trying to show is how rewilding might fit in to the English countryside. Like, you know, it's not a panacea. It shouldn't be done everywhere. It has to be done in the right place, and we're trying to show that that's what this part of Kent Hill is. It's the right place to do it.